Well, that's great. Now I have to keep a promise. First, we have to rewind about 4 years. So I'm working on Power Rangers, and I was one of the few people that knew they were bringing back Lord Zedd. Well, some things got said here and there along the way. I didn't put the pieces together, but I should have been able to foresee they were probably going to have me audition for him. And then one night, I'm online doing the Twitters, and then it dawned on me.
Well, I've just realized I've just responded to a tweet saying how amazing the Lord Zedd voice was. And I have reason to believe that I might be auditioning for that voice in several weeks' time. There is no way I'm going to be able to reproduce that voice. It was perfect.
So it was more than a few weeks. It was 5 months. So 5 months later, the moment came. They asked me to audition. And I was like, how am I going to pull this off? So I did a vlog. Well, I've dropped my dog off at my friend Greg's place, Greg Johnson, who plays Pop Pop. Greg's going to be babysitting my dog for the next hour while I go in to audition. I'm going to voice audition here shortly for Lord Zedd.
I am Lord Zedd, Emperor of all I see. You have failed to complete the mission assigned to you. I will now resume command.
And at the end of that vlog, I foolishly made a promise. I mean, honestly, when I started this channel, I never thought I'd have 1,000 subscribers. I just made this channel for the fans. You know, throw out a few silly videos every now and then. Nothing tremendous, nothing spectacular. So I went in and I did the audition. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. And I went in with the understanding there is no way I am ever going to be able to recreate Robert Axelrod's iconic voice. I think I asked one of the engineers at the studio for a copy of my audition so that I could analyze it later down the road, you know, maybe work on it, get some ideas for some future characters based on that audition. So here it is. I'm gonna play back the audition. I just wanna make something clear here. I'm not trying to take anything away from the other people that have done the voice of Zedd. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. If you listen to this, feel free to critique it, tear it apart, say it's terrible. It's perfectly okay. I mean, I know it's not great. I knew I was never gonna be able to recreate the voice, so I'm just sharing this with you. Hopefully you'll have a laugh at my expense. I made a promise and I guess I have to keep it now. So here it is in 3, 2, 1.
Campbell Cooley, reading for Lord Zedd.
Watch who you call stupid tin can. I am Lord Zedd, Emperor of all I see. I'm back in action, and soon you'll be no more. You have failed to complete the mission assigned to you. And when the Blue Ranger is destroyed, then comes the final phase, the total annihilation of all the Power Rangers. I will now resume command. There is that sneaky Blue Rat. I'm far more powerful than you could ever handle, Blue Ranger. Ah! What a cowardly escape! But now I shall destroy the others.
And then fast forward another year or so, and they were bringing Zedd back for Cosmic Fury. I also auditioned again for Cosmic Fury. I won't be sharing that audition. Well, at least not in this video. But something really cool happened. When we got to the read-through, and we got to the scene where Scrozzle was being interviewed by the alien interviewer, and he's basically revealing what happened between him and Bajilia and how they set up Zedd. He starts talking about their plan in the third person, as Scrozzle is good at doing. He loves talking in the third person. And in sharing the story about how they set up Zedd, at one point, he starts to do an impersonation of Zedd. When you hear that voice of Scrozzle impersonating Zedd, that's me.
When the time was right, Scrozzle approached him with an idea.
Why, Lord Zedd, what if we pump all that Morphin Master energy into you? Yes, I'd be the most powerful being in the universe and crush those Rangers. And scene.
You have a real talent for voices.
Gee, thanks.
Of course.
Oh, and one last surprise. There are some other iconic characters for the franchise who I also got asked to do kind of like an emergency voice for because we couldn't get the originals. And if I'm brave enough to share these in the future, you can have a laugh at my expense with those too. So this is strictly for entertainment purposes. You listen to it. If you want to tear it apart, if you want to analyze it and say, oh, this stinks, this isn't very good, that's perfectly okay.